I really not know when you might be back?
Frankly, I didn't know. It's a long, long journey. Still, finishing up a little bit of it, but I was expecting to be back earlier than I wanted to. It was tough. Definitely more mentally on me than anything. But I'm just fortunate, so happy just to see the other side, be out there with the guys, and play by any means. So, so I was really just pumped just to be out there today. It just meant a lot.
Was there any point you recently leading up to this where you were like, well, maybe it's not going to happen this year and I got to wait until next year?
That's what I talk about more mentally. I mean, it was ups and downs. Obviously, coming back, we had a goal set. You usually have a general idea of where you're going to be, and frankly, for me, I didn't feel right. Something was going on, and that's unfortunate. But for me, you can't control it. You'd have to just accept the cards that you're given and play your hand. So, for me, going back to the drawing board, get cut into again. I always tell Doc, I let him inside me twice now, so it's a little bit uncomfortable, but whatever needed to be done, I'm just happy and was able to get through it. Finally, my knee was starting to respond in the right direction, started trending in a positive direction. I was able to get out there and put a positive week together, and we're like, all right, good, let's just go out there and see. I would say personally, not ideal to try on turf for the first time, but it held up well, so I was pleased with that.
How do you feel right now?
Good. We had a general idea of what we wanted to do. I went out there. I think our first series might have been 12, 13 plays. Felt fine. Good amount of wind. Just kept going. And then once I was hitting the threshold where I know we wanted to be, I was like, I'll just keep playing until I was like, I'll be good. Had another good block, and I was like, you know what, this is good for me for today. So that's why I just let's have Yash go in there. I think I played longer than our general idea because we wanted to see. It could have been the lower end or the higher end. I'm just going to kind of go. So I kind of felt like it was a good spot.
Now that you're back on the field, how do you view 2021? Obviously, New Year's Eve 2020, you moved down. Your team has home field. Now you're in a position that you have home field, and after not playing all 2021, 2022.
2020 was tough on a lot of people. I know. Frankly, personally, I had a fantastic 2020 up until New Year's Eve, and then 2021 was a whirlwind. Like I said, I was dealt the hand I was dealt, and I just wanted to make the most of it, win the day, and then whenever my chance came, I'd be ready. And I'm just fortunate, blessed, honored, privileged just to be able to put my pads back on, be out there with the guys, laugh, have fun, and do what I do best, just play ball.
Hey, what happened with the knee to record this episode?
Again, I had some feeling that it didn't feel normal, but for the time frame, it was supposed to be right. So I've never been through this before, so I was like, all right, I guess this is just how everyone feels coming back. And I've talked to, I was in constant contact with Brian and a couple other guys, talking to Josiah as we were going on the journey. Frankly, I had more scar tissue than I wanted to laterally, and it was inhibiting certain movements and play in my knee. And then one other area, I don't want to get into too much into detail, but that just was affecting when my knee was bending, which was creating more fluid. I mean, to be honest, when I was returning back, I was constantly sitting around 80 to 100 cc's of fluid, which is not comfortable at all. So now going back and having surgery, doing a couple other things, a couple other remedies outside, my knee finally started responding, cooperating, and all I can ask it to do is just, like what I told the trainers, I just want to be competitive. Just let my knee doesn't be perfect, just needs to work. And, if anyone knows, having 80 to 100 cc's of fluid weekly is not conducive to be explosive, or it shuts down a lot of your quads. So for me, now I got it under control. It has fluid, but still it works, and that's all I can ask for. And eventually it'll sort itself out. It is normal to carry some fluid, so that's why I'm happy with where I am.
When did you initially think you would be back? What was the initial target deadline for
I was shooting KC, Seattle, Vikings, that general area. So when we started ramping up practicing, that's, it's kind of my body kind of telling me something wasn't right. And then as it started blowing up, my knee started filling up more. We had to go, figure something out because there was something going on in there.
How did you feel about your actual performance today? Your hands, your feet, all that, and are you ready for a layoff game tonight?
Yeah, I got a text from Aaron. He said, "I'd love for you to be out there. It mean a lot." I wasn't really planning on it. My goal was just for me, just practice is most important. Put in consecutive days of practice, knocking off the rest of practice. I've played in more than enough games. I played in a bunch of playoff games that didn't really feel the need. But when he texted me, I'm like, all right, I'll see how it goes in practice. I liked how it was in practice. I'm like, you know what? Like I said, I didn't want to exactly be on turf. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go have fun. I'm out there, and I think it was, more for him than for me. I mean, I felt good. I liked where my feet were. I liked where my hands were. Get all things considered. Obviously, some things to work on, some things to feel out, but was very pleased with my first, 20-something reps in over a year.
Aaron said a couple weeks ago that 80% of you is better than like everybody else. Listening to you talk, are you not 100%? Are you not quite?
I mean, if I'm out there, I'm 100. That's point blank. Period. Everything's relative at the end of the day, but I'm out there, I'm competing. It's 100.